I've been told by a fellow officer that you've been verbally abusive in a public place, which would be a Section 4A public order.
I have it all recorded, officer.
That's fine. Please.
She's lied to you. Now you've threatened me with arrest, which has now made me have to give my details. So I will have to make a call to...
Before we even press play, understand what you're about to watch. This isn't just a casual conversation outside a police station. This is a textbook example of how quickly a simple allegation can snowball into threats of arrest without evidence ever being checked. You've got a content creator lawfully flying a drone, an off-duty sergeant making a claim that he swore at her, and responding officers who treat that allegation as established fact before verify a single thing. Now here's where it gets interesting. The moment he refuses to hand over his details voluntarily, the tone shifts. Suddenly, we hear talk of terrorism, hostile reconnaissance, public order offenses, and Section 24 pace. That's a big escalation. But ask yourself this. If evidence exists that could clear everything up instantly, why not look at it first? Why jump straight to arrest necessity? What you're about to see is a clash between allegation and evidence, between power and accountability. Watch closely how the language changes. Watch how reasonable suspicion is used. And most importantly, watch what happens the second they get what they really came for. His details. Any
particular purpose? Is it a hobby? Is it a research project? Anything like that?
I don't know yet at the minute. Okay. Just sort of flying around, see what happens.
Right. I understand that officers just tried to have a word with you on the way into the car park.
She sort of shouted at me in a plainclothes personal car, so I didn't have a clue who she was.
Apparently you've told her to pee off.
Did I?
That's what she said to us. If that's the case, that's not acceptable, is it?
Well, that's why we wear independent witnesses that never lie.
Right. What do you mean by that? Right, okay. Well, yeah, I've got mine on as well, so...
Well, thanks for letting me know.
Can I take your details, just so we know what you're doing, and you're recorded on our systems, and we've got the fact what you're doing, and to make sure you're not up to no good?
No, I'd rather not, if that's okay.
Okay. Why is that?
Because I haven't done anything wrong.
Well, I just need to make sure that you're not, like, sort of in line with any terrorist groups or anything like that you could be using for hostile reconnaissance or anything of that nature.
Do you suspect I'm a terrorist officer?
Well, I don't know until I speak to you. Do I? Until I take your details and check you through.
Is that what you do with everybody?
If you're being verbally abusive to people, then you have technically committed a public order offence for which I would require your details.
Okay.
Right out of the gate, notice something crucial. The officer isn't saying, I witnessed you being abusive. He's saying, I've been told. That distinction matters. Reasonable suspicion can be based on information from others, yes, but it still needs to be tested, weighed, and considered carefully. Instead, the allegation is delivered as if the offense has already happened. Section 4A of the Public Order Act isn't minor language. It involves intentional harassment, alarm, or distress. That's not just someone felt annoyed. It requires intent and actual impact. Yet before any clarification, before reviewing footage, before even asking for his version properly, the label is applied. This sets the tone. The allegation becomes a foundation. The question is, should it be?
That's why I'm asking you for them as well.
Right.
So could I have your name and date of birth and address, please?
What, you think I've committed a public order offence?
Yeah, because an officer's just told me that you've sworn at her in the street.
Well, I need to get her to make that statement then, because she's lying.
Well, she's just told me as she's driven in that you've sworn at her.
Did she?
Yeah.
Right, well, I'll be making a complaint about her then.
That's absolutely
fine. And if you
fine.
take my details, I will have to sue West Yorkshire Police.
That's not a problem. You feel free to do so. The reason I've explained the reasons why I'm asking you for your details.
What happens if I don't give my details?
Then you're potentially committing an offence.
Well, I will.
It's a lot easier if you do, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to give my details.
Okay.
I will if you tell me that I'll be arrested if I don't.
Well, potentially you may be. Yeah, it may make your arrest necessary under Section 24 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act because your name and address can't be verified.
Right.
And I've got reasonable grounds to suspect that you've committed an offence.
What reasonable grounds is that?
But I've been told by a fellow officer that you've been verbally abusive in a public place, which would be a Section 4A public order.
I have it all recorded, officer.
That's fine.
Do you want me to show you the recording?
Not at the moment, but I want.
Because I could show you the recording.
I want you to.
And then you would know.
Details, and I've explained it to you. You've asked me to explain it to you, and I've laid it out plain and simple.
Here's the pivot, and it's a heavy one, when he declines to give details voluntarily. The justification shifts from alleged swearing to potential terrorism links. That's a massive leap. Flying a drone near a police station is lawful in many circumstances, especially if compliant with Civil Aviation Authority rules. But invoking terrorism introduces fear and urgency into the interaction. This is where viewers should pause. Is there specific intelligence? Any observable behavior suggesting hostile reconnaissance? Or is the word terrorism functioning as leverage? Because once that word enters a conversation, it changes the psychological pressure instantly. And yet, when pressed, the officer admits, I don't know until I take your details. That's not suspicion based on behavior. That's suspicion pending identification. That distinction is critical.
I don't think I have to give my details, officer.
You do.
I do.
You've been verbally abusive towards somebody.
I haven't, though.
She's alleging that you have.
I haven't,
As
though.
I said before, I've got reasonable grounds to suspect that you've committed a public order offence.
But I haven't.
Okay, listen to me. Because of that nature, that's why I require your details. And
Right.
as I've explained to you, if you don't give me your name and address, and can't verify who you are, it may make your arrest necessary in order to ascertain those details.
Will you arrest me if I don't?
I'm not saying I definitely will, but I'm saying it may make your arrest necessary.
Am I being detained right now?
At the moment, because I need your details.
Yeah, I'm being detained.
Potentially, if you don't give me your details, you may be arrested, is what I'm
No,
saying.
I just want to check if I'm being detained right
I don't
now.
understand why you can't just give me your details.
I'd rather not. That's
Right.
the point.
But I'm asking you to.
If I have to by law, then I
You
will.
do have to by law, yeah.
Okay, and what section of law says I
I'm
have
telling
to?
you that because you committed an offence.
I haven't, though.
I suspect that you have.
You suspect that I have?
I suspect that you have. I
Okay.
only need reasonable grounds to suspect. That's 2 to 3 out of 10 on the scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
I've got that reasonable suspicion.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. Can you let me know that lady's name or collar number?
So she's a sergeant
Yeah.
who was off duty at the time, coming into work for whatever reason. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
because
but she's a police
she's lied
officer.
to you. Now you've
Right.
threatened me with arrest,
Yeah.
which has now made me have to give my details. So I will have to make a call to my solicitor.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
You
okay.
go right-
This is a turning point. He asked the exact question that matters. What are the reasonable grounds? Not assumptions. Not rank. Not repetition. Grounds. The answer? Another officer said so. That's it. Now, legally speaking, information from a colleague can contribute to reasonable suspicion. But it can't exist in a vacuum, especially when counter evidence is being offered on the spot. He's saying he has footage. That's potentially decisive evidence. Refusing to view it while escalating toward arrest raises a serious issue. Is the goal to investigate, or is the goal to compel compliance? And listen carefully to the language. Potentially, may, could. Those words create flexibility for the officer, but uncertainty for the citizen. Suspicion must be reasonable, not just repeated confidence.
I can't believe she lied to you, officer. I have got it all recorded, though, just
That's
so you
fine.
know.
You can, if you want to make a complaint.
Yeah, I will
about
be
it,
making a complaint straight away. Yeah,
that's not a
definitely,
problem.
definitely.
I haven't got
Is that
any
what she
issue with
actually said to you? I told her to pee off.
As I drove out of the gate, she was driving in and she said, "Will I have a word with it with you?"
Yeah.
Because she'd spoken to you and you told her to. I'm not going to say the full word.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
pee
yeah.
off. You understand what I mean by
I understand what you're saying, but she's lying to you. You know that, don't you?
Well, if she's lying to me, she's lying to me. If it's on your camera, then you've got grounds for a complaint.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm not lying
yeah.
to you. I can only go about.
You know, last time this happened, I got £1,000 for it. You know.
Right.
Yeah. That was at Humberside, though.
What was that? What was that in relation to, though?
Because someone said I was committing antisocial behaviour, so the officer unlawfully used Section 50 of the Police Reform Act
Right.
to gain my details, just like you've unlawfully used Section 5 to gain my details.
Okay.
And then they offered me £1,000 for my trouble.
I haven't used Section 5.
Oh, did you use?
You've potentially committed an offence under Section 4A of the Public Order Act.
Oh, okay. Section 4A.
Yeah.
And that
doesn't
requires
get-
me to give my details.
It doesn't require you to give you details.
You just
What
told me it did.
What I'm saying, no, you're twisting my word.
This exchange is incredibly important. Are you detaining me? It's a simple question, but legally powerful. The officer answers in a way that's noticeably unclear. You're being detained, potentially. That ambiguity matters. Detention isn't hypothetical. You either are or you aren't. Then comes the arrest necessity argument under Section 24 PACE. Arrest must be necessary, not convenient. If identity can't be ascertained and an offense is reasonably suspected, arrest may be justified. But here's the problem. The underlying suspicion is still untested. The offered video hasn't been viewed. The allegation hasn't been verified, as the necessity is built on an assumption. And once necessity is framed that way, refusal to provide details becomes a trigger for escalation. Ask yourself, is that proportional policing or pressure dressed as procedure?
Saying to you is because I've got reasonable grounds to suspect that you've committed an offence.
Yeah.
If you don't give me your details,
Yeah.
it may make your arrest necessary under Section 24 of PACE.
Oh, okay.
Because your name and address cannot be verified.
Right.
And I suspect that you've committed an offence.
Well, that's a full explanation. Thank you for
that's
that.
what I said to you the first time.
Well, I didn't get that explanation, so maybe you didn't explain it properly. Maybe I didn't understand.
Well, you understand it now, though.
I
don't
do,
you?
100%.
Can you just
Yeah,
confirm-
yes. I can't believe she lied to you, and she's a sergeant. She's going around lying to you guys. Do you want me to show you the video?
No.
Is it because you know that she's lying?
I don't know that she's lying.
I think you know.
Okay.
I think you know. I think you do know.
We're literally just going off what we've been told.
Yeah, what you've been told is a lie, though, is what I'm saying. I could show you the video now and show you that she's lying. What do you guys reckon? Your personal opinion.
My personal opinion doesn't matter. I don't
No.
work. My personal opinion has to stay at home when I come to work.
Well, use your detective skills then. What do you think?
This is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Speaking to you.
Well, yeah, I could have showed you the video.
Find out your version of events.
No, what you're doing is getting my details unlawfully.
Yeah, I'm not. I've already explained to you the reason why.
I could have showed you the video, and then you would have no reason to get my details.
If you're happy to show me the video, I'm happy to watch it. It's not a problem.
Well, there's no point now because you've already given my details.
Now we see the legal ground shifting under pressure. First, it was general verbal abuse. Then terrorism concerns. Then Section 4A. Now clarification is needed again. The officer leans heavily on the word potentially. That word is doing a lot of work here. Section 4A requires intent, and that someone actually experienced harassment, alarm, or distress. It's not enough for someone to simply allege offense after the fact. And here's the key detail. None of these cited powers automatically compel someone to provide details unless certain thresholds are properly met. When legal sections keep changing mid-encounter, it doesn't look like refinement. It looks reactive. If the offense were clearly established, the legal footing would be steady. Instead, it's shifting, and viewers can see that in real time.
I might as well speak to my solicitor now and get my £1,000.
You've offered to show me the video, then that's fine.
Yeah, then you see that your sergeant's a liar.
Well, show me it if you want to show me it. I'm not bothered.
Am I being detained?
No, you're free to go. Thank you for giving me your details. Just be careful where you're flying it.
No, I won't.
Obviously, bear in mind that side of the gate and the fence is private property.
Oh no, I've already been over there.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go over again.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
But bear in mind that you may be spoken to again by an officer if it's deemed that your drone's interfering with any police activities or anything like that.
All right, well, I've got permission to be here.
From
the Civil Aviation Authority.
Okay, have you got that in writing? Have you got anything on you can show me to confirm that?
Do I need to?
Well, I'm not just going to believe you, am I?
Well, I'm not just going to believe you that your sergeant's a liar.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to get drawn into this back and forth with you.
You've already been drawn into it.
I've spoken to you. I've ascertained what you're doing. As long as you're not interfering
what happened
with
to the
police
Section
activities,
4A?
That's fine. I'm not going to take any further action against it.
No further action?
Yeah.
Why? Because you know that she's a liar?
I'm going to give you words of advice.
No, I don't want your words of advice.
Well, I'm going to offer
you can stick your words of advice.
Right, I'm going to offer you them anyway.
No, I don't want them.
This is arguably the most revealing moment of the entire encounter. He repeatedly offers to show the footage, the very evidence that could confirm or dismiss the allegation instantly, and it's declined until after his details are secured. Think about that sequence. If truth-finding were priority, the video would be step one. Instead, identification is step one. Evidence becomes secondary. That ordering speaks volumes. Then notice how the tone softens once details are obtained. Suddenly, he's free to go. No further action. No urgent offense. No immediate danger. Everything that justified the pressure evaporates. That contrast is hard to ignore. If the alleged public order offense were serious enough to justify arrest moments ago, why does it dissolve so quickly once the paperwork box is ticked?
Speak to people in future.
But I didn't speak to anybody in any. She's a liar. I never told her to pee off. She's an absolute liar. I will be making a complaint. Okay. I will be suing. Thank you very much. What's your details?
6468.
From the station?
Yep.
Your details?
290.
From the station?
Yep.
And her details?
She'll find those out for you. I believe her name's Sergeant Wiltshire, or Wiltshire, my apologies.
Sergeant Wiltshire?
Yep.
And her numbers?
I don't know them.
Well, I need her numbers.
I don't know them.
We'll have to radio through then.
I don't know them.
She's the one that made the complaint. I need to make a complaint about the lying sergeant.
Just ask to speak to Sergeant Wiltshire. She works on Team 4 Patrol South at Ellen Road. That's all you'll need.
Well, can't you just radio through and ask for her details?
No, because she's not actually on duty at the moment, because she was in, as you said, she was in a civilian car in a civilian clothing, so she's...
You could ring the control room and ask what her caller number is.
I can't do that at the moment because I'm too busy, but you've got all the details.
But you weren't too busy to come and stop to talk to me?
Thank you very much.
Yeah? See you later, sausages.
I prefer bacon.
What this encounter ultimately shows is the power of allegation when it goes unchecked. A sergeant makes a claim. Other officers accept it without viewing available evidence. Legal language escalates. Public order, terrorism concerns, Section 24 necessity, all before verify what actually happened. Once the details are obtained, the urgency vanishes. No arrest, no summons, no further action. That sequence raises serious questions about proportionality, necessity, and investigative fairness. The law allows officers to act on suspicion, but that suspicion must be reasonable, grounded, and open to challenge. When evidence is offered and ignored, accountability shifts from the street to the courtroom. And that's exactly where this heads next. If you found this case as shocking as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. Your engagement keeps these conversations alive, and keeps accountability in the spotlight.